What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and I think it's time to talk about my plans for the War Within. This kind of goes over my plans for the channel itself, for the content, and my personal plans inside the game. So the War Within, I'm super excited about this expansion, and the more I play, the more excited I get. I've been playing the beta quite a bit, I've been testing out some classes, I've been finding some gold farms, I've been doing a bunch of professions on the beta, and once again, the more I play, the more excited I get about this expansion. It is looking absolutely great, and one of the things that I personally like so far is that they have taken a lot of lessons that they learned throughout Dragonflight, and they have applied them once again. So instead of launching the expansion in a really bad state, then fixing it over time, they are applying many of the lessons learned from Dragonflight that made Dragonflight good. Like, Dragonflight launched in a rough state, and it got better and better and better, and the War Within just takes all of those good lessons, and it starts with those already there in place, which that's a good thing to do. It's a really great thing to do for the game itself, and that just makes me more excited by itself. Instead of starting with a broken, bad type of expansion that we have to fix, we start with something great that we can then expand upon. Now, let's start this off with my goals in the game. Goal number 1 in the game is to get back to a lot of gold, and I want to make 100 million gold in the War Within. I am currently starting on about 28 million. We had about 40 million in Dragonflight. We have spent a bunch on WoW tokens, so we have game time on 2 accounts for 2 years ahead. So we've converted WoW tokens to game time, we've converted WoW tokens to, I'm ashamed to say it, but we played Overwatch, and we bought some skins, so there's that as well. But yeah, we have converted some gold into currency, into game time. We're down to 28 million now. I kind of want to get back to 100 million. I've been making a bunch of gold in Classic, for example. We have 6 million gold in Cataclysm, so we're making a gold in different places, and I believe that 6 million in Cataclysm can probably be converted to like 100 million in retail or something. It is a huge rate difference, but either way, I want to make a bunch of gold in the War Within. And how exactly do I want to do this? Well, at the start, I love farming. Farming gold usually has a high value at the start because it kind of makes sense. First of all, the War Within hype, it's really hype at the start. That hype kind of goes down over time, but it's also because people are leveling. People are leveling, you need more materials to skill up your professions, to make your crafted bis items, to make any crafted items really, you need materials, which means high demand. High demand, maybe a lower supply equals a higher price. So for the first couple of weeks at least, but even the first couple of months, farming gold is worth a lot, and you can make probably 100,000 plus gold per hour. It really just depends on the farms you're doing, how kind of secret they are, and how public they are and stuff like that. But some farms can make a bunch of gold. In Dragonflight as well, we made over 100,000 gold very consistently, and then when a farm went down, we went out and found another one that was then just as ridiculous. And when one of the farms became bad, either from Blizzard nerfing it or the farm becoming too public, we just found a new farm and kept this circle on repeat. So we found the farm, made it public after a while, and then when that got overfarmed, we changed locations, found a new farm, and repeated this cycle. And that's kind of what I want to do at the start here as well. I want to find as many different gold farms as possible, and the best ones as well, and share them with you guys. And I also have a bunch of alts set up. I've been using the Mr. Pandaria remix event and the War Within pre-patch to level up a hefty amount of characters. I am going into the War Within with way more level 70s than I was ever expecting to have, and it's all because leveling right now is super quick. If you level up in the Mr. Pandaria remix, I am getting from level 10 to level 70, aka from start to finish, in less than 1 hour. And with the pre-patch event, I can also level up my old level 60s to level 70 in about 1 hour, running around in the pre-patch event in the game itself. So I've just been pumping up level 70s, getting ready for the War Within. I'm gonna make a spreadsheet as well that I'll be sharing with you in a different video, where I'm talking about exactly the professions I'm doing and which combinations I'm doing as well, so you can copy and paste if you want to. But I will be entering the War Within with about 70 level 70s, something like that. At the moment I have about 40 or 50, I think we just reached level like 50 of them right now, but we have a bunch of level 70s, and the plan is to get even more. So yeah. The gold making goal is getting to 100 million, and that's going to be done through farming, as I just said, and even crafting. So farming plus crafting, a combination of those two, and hopefully get over 100 million gold in the War Within. Aside from that, I do want to do some PvE, so we're looking at Mythic Plus dungeons and heroic raids. I don't think I'll be stepping foot into Mythic raids ever again, we'll see. I mean, I don't mind it, but I get my dose of Mythic raids from watching Race the World first, so I'm kind of happy with just getting that dose from watching that content and then doing it on Heroic myself. I used to do Mythic raids back in Legion and Warlords, for example, and I had a blast, but it took a lot of time and a lot of prep. So for me, I'm playing it a little bit more casually. Heroic raids is more my style, and then Mythic Plus dungeons. So I'll be doing that as well, but my primary focus always has been, and probably always will be, gold making in this expansion, and any expansions really. In World of Warcraft, I love gold making, what can I say? Next up then, we have to talk a little bit about my plans for content as well, and this is where I'm just gonna say, I have never really cared that much about how much gold I have in the game. Like, there's a reason why I don't have tens of, like, 100 million plus gold, or 1 billion gold, or anything like that. Sure, I care to a certain degree, but instead of only making gold, like, if my primary objective was making gold for myself, I would find the best way to make gold and never talk about it, never make it public. Instead, my primary goal has always been to find different ways to make gold, both good, bad, and the best ways, and make them public, share them with you guys. That's kind of why I make content. That's why I make content on gold farming as well. I ruin the farm a little bit for myself, but I make it easier to find groups, because more people know about the farm, so it's easier to form groups for them, for myself and for others as well. So it's just easier to find people to farm with, and it's more accessible to more people. I don't like finding a way to make gold, then keeping it all to myself. That being said, I also understand what happens when a farm becomes super public. Like, it can go from 100,000 gold per hour down to 20,000 gold per hour, because it's supply and demand. If people look at a video and they see, oh, this makes 100,000 gold per hour, that sounds like a lot, and then everyone starts doing it, supply goes through the roof, way higher than the demand is, and suddenly price goes absolutely to the bottom, and now that farm is no longer worth doing. That is a cycle that keeps happening on repeat, but that is kind of why I'm trying to share a lot of different ways to make gold. That way you can always look at what is worth doing for you and what is not worth doing for you as well. And not just in terms of gold per hour, but also in terms of what you enjoy. Like, do you enjoy making gold through dungeons? Do you enjoy the open world? Do you enjoy, for example, farming mobs? Do you enjoy herbalism? Do you do mining? Do you enjoy fishing? Do you enjoy cooking? Are you crafting? What are you crafting? Do you do milling? Do you just mill and sell reagents? Do you make crafted gear? Do you do crafting orders? I want to highlight as many different ways to make gold as possible, and I want them all to be effective. I want to share as many effective ways to get rich as possible in World of Warcraft. So that's what I'm going to do in the War Within as well. I'm going to do my very best to find different ways to both farm and make gold, and share them with you guys. Now, I do have a gold making guide, shameless plug by the way, but I do have a gold making guide for the War Within, where I've already done a bunch of research on the beta, and for this one, for example, we found a bunch of gold farms, both for group farming plus solo farming, that you guys will have access to at the launch itself. Now, when you buy the guide, you also get access to a Discord server, where I give you guys early access to videos and exclusive videos. So for example, think about the farm that I just talked about, which was 100,000 gold per hour, and then that video goes public, and everyone starts farming it, and it's now 20,000 gold per hour. Well, videos like this, I usually try to keep public or private for a couple of days, and give you guys early access to them. This ensures that, first of all, we all make more gold. Like, you support me from buying the guide, I try my very best to give you the opportunity to make more gold before that farm goes public, and then when the farm goes public, it's open to absolutely everyone, and they can make gold as well. But at that point, it might end up getting overfarmed. It just depends on the farm itself, how good it is, and how good it stays over time. But regardless, if you're interested in making gold in the War Within and you want to support me at the same time, check out this gold making guide through the link down below. This is also a one-time purchase because I do believe in locking things behind a paywall a little bit, because then once again we can keep farms kind of private and make more gold for a while before those videos become public. But there's a reason why this guide, for example, is a one-time purchase and not a monthly purchase, even though you will get updates sent to you for free. So you buy the guide once, you get updates for free, you become a part of a Discord server where you get early access to videos for life in the War Within, for example. So throughout the entire expansion, you will have early access to videos from a one-time purchase you make right now. So in patch 11.1, 11.2, 11.3 if we have that, right? If we found good ways to make gold, in later patches of the expansion, you will have early access to those videos as well, and the guide will get updated for those. And when the guide gets updated, you get the update sent to you for free. It's a one-time purchase that you can benefit from for years to come. So it's a good way to support me and make a bunch of gold at the same time. Check it out, the link is down below in the pinned comment, and if you do buy the guide, thank you so much. So yeah, a quick TLDR here at the end is that my plan is to farm a bunch of gold, make a bunch of gold. We have a goal of 100 million throughout the expansion, and instead of getting absolutely rich myself, my plan is just to find a bunch of ways to make gold and help you guys make gold. That's kind of why I started making World of Warcraft content to begin with, and why I started making gold making content as well. It was never to make more gold myself, it's just to help you understand more about gold making and share the knowledge that I personally have for gold making. And it's a passion of mine. I love making gold, I love talking about it, and once again I want to help you guys in whatever way I can. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below and let me know your plans in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again in the next video very soon.